Hi everyone, I am here in Celebration, Florida. I actually used to live here and I loved it. It is such a cute little town and I feel like people have heard about Celebration. It's that mythical town that Disney built, but nobody really takes time to come here and really see what it's all about. So I thought that I would take you around Celebration and kind of give you an insider local resident perspective of how adorable this town is and everything that there is here to see. So let's go. Celebration is full of little neighborhoods built around parks and squares where the residents can meet, and I always loved that because you would be walking out on the sidewalks and people would be on their front porches or in the parks and everybody was talking. I'm in a park called Longmeadow Park, which is just maybe 2 blocks from where my apartment was, and I really liked this one because at the end of the street there are rows of townhouses that looked like Cherry Tree Lane from Mary Poppins, which made me happy. And Celebration is very much the town that Disney built. Disney built this in the early to mid 90s. I think the first residents moved in 1996, but Disney did sell off Celebration in 2004. So it is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company anymore, but you can certainly see their influence around here. Everything kind of looks like the main street of fiction that Walt Disney grew up on. Most of the houses are going to have front porches here. Neighbors are meant to be out talking to each other. It's also a self-sufficient town, so there are restaurants, a post office, banks. I think there's something like 6 or 7 churches. There are schools, elementary through universities. There's even a hospital here, Celebration Health, which is massive and looks like a hotel. So it's totally self-sufficient town, and it's just very peaceful. And every neighborhood kind of has its own little character, its own vibe, its own feeling, and you just feel really welcome walking around here. Right now I'm standing on Water Street, which is one of the main thoroughfares in and out of downtown Celebration. At one end is Market Street and all of the shops and restaurants, and behind me that way is going to be the golf course. But if you could see behind me, this is just beautiful because it's got this gorgeous canal right down the center, park benches to sit and relax, ducks to watch. There's always beautiful flowers going, and it's just really peaceful. Nice, especially for a morning stroll. There's a really strict homeowners association here. Residents get a massive book of codes and rules they have to follow. There can only be certain color paints and you can't just plant any flower you want. True story, when I lived here, about a week after I moved in, my landlord came by and said, hey, we're having somebody come to change the doorknob because we were told your doorknob on the front door is the wrong color. So I like to joke that it was my own personal Pleasantville, because it was. It's very strict and everything has to look up to code. Very Disney, right? But that's why we love Disney, because everything is well taken care of and well maintained, and I think that's why I liked living here so much. I felt very safe. It was very pretty. Aesthetics are important, so it's a little annoying to have to follow all these rules, and you can't just put in whatever mailbox you want to put in, but that's part of the appeal in coming here, is how gorgeous and sort of alike but a little bit different everything looks. So I'm here at Lakeside Park and I'm kind of bummed because I don't have my Celebration ID anymore, so I can't get in. But every neighborhood here has their own community pool. So obviously a lot of homes have pools, but if your home doesn't, or you, like me, you lived in an apartment, you have access to all of these pools. You can go to anyone within the town, but obviously this was the closest one to me. And so, you know, they're heated in the winter, they're open all year round, and anytime I just needed to feel like I was on vacation, I just took the 5-minute walk over, brought a magazine, some iced tea, and hung out. There there are hundreds of walking trails and bike paths around Celebration, and I think I probably used all of them. But this particular walking trail was right across the street from my apartment, and so we were here all the time. We would do this beautiful walk around the lake, and then we would come in through the woods, and then it puts you out in Lake Evelyn, which is an adorable small little neighborhood here. That was actually the inspiration for the neighborhood in Desperate Housewives. It wasn't filmed there, it was the inspiration. There is a wisteria lane and everything. Behind me is the Celebration Town Cavern. It's kind of the place to go for sporting events. I spent Super Bowl here, you know, watching football on Sundays. They have a gorgeous inside but an awesome outdoor patio where you can look out over the lake and watch your sports on the big screen. They even have a dog-friendly patio where everybody who has a dog sits on that side, and they bring by milk bones and treats all the time. The food here is fantastic. I'm looking at you, open-faced turkey sandwich, but it's great if you just want to pop in for a pint. It's kind of where everybody hangs out in town. I spent entirely too much time at this place when I lived here, so I very obviously had to come back when I'm here visiting. And I'm at Kilwins, which is right downtown across from the lake. It is the sweet shop. Ice cream, shakes, fudge, all of the goodness you can imagine. So today I popped in, we got a bunch of ice cream. My flavor is toasted coconut and it's delicious, and I really miss being a 3-minute walk from this place. It's so good. Celebration is not so much Pleasantville that we also don't have a Starbucks. You can get your caffeine fix any time of day. So Celebration, like I said, is super sufficient. We even have our own town newspaper, and this month's edition is a magazine. And it's completely free. It's in every store, or there's little boxes throughout the downtown area where you can pick up your copy, and it tells you all of the events, all of the goings on, what has been happening in town, if there's any new regulations coming up. But this month, because I'm here in October, Halloween is a massive deal here in Celebration. A lot of the houses, especially the big ones, go all out. I got to go to this guy one time, and they decorate their house, the entire front of it, as a working pirate ship, and they bring in actors and everything. So like, it's a huge deal here. From the neighboring towns, a lot of kids come in and do their trick-or-treating here because homes give out full-size candy bars. So it's just a really fun place to live. There's a fountain, but you know, because COVID, it doesn't work. Hey look, that's where I live now. So behind me is the town fountain. COVID, so you know it's not going. We can't have the water jets spraying everywhere, but you're always going to see when it's going up, it goes up really high and the little kids are running through it, and it's just a really good time. I wish it was on now because I am sweltering in the heat and humidity, but it makes a really beautiful picture, and it's just a nice centerpiece to town. And now I'm going to move you this way, because behind me is the town movie theater. Ah! It's not working. It wasn't even active and open when I lived here. I think the rent got too high, but I love the decoration of it all. It's just so very Art Deco and not at all like a normal movie theater. And I wish that they would be able to open it back up, but it just looks really cool at least. So I said it before that Celebration loves events, and it's true. There is always something going on here. There is a farmer's market. In the fall, they have paper leaves that fall down, and all these little kids start scrambling on the ground to gather them up, and they're given paper bags to collect them. And as somebody who grew up in the Northeast, where falling leaves meant you had to go do yard work, I don't understand the fascination, but it looks really cool. They do a big Oktoberfest festival where all of the restaurants sell food and drinks out on the street, and a big band comes and plays. In the winter, They put up a little plastic ice skating rink, and all of the little kids go ice skating right in the center of the street. And then on the weekend nights, they make it snow with that foamy snow. It's just so much fun. It's a really great atmosphere of community. And I know all this because when I lived here, I volunteered on the events committee. So I got to help plan those things, and things like the Memorial Day parade and ceremony. And also the Founders Day event. And so November 1st, every year, they celebrate the founding of their town. And there's a big town picnic. Sometimes there's pie tasting events. There's a pie festival. There's always a parade. Usually one night of the weekend, they'll shut down Market Street, and there's a classical music concert that comes in, and you can rent tables and get some food served to you. It's just a lot of fun arts and crafts. And there's always a Founders Day picture. Pause, please. Mom, this is my mom, Tony. She has never lived in Celebration, ever, but somehow she found her way into one of the Founders Day photos.
That's true.
So during the Founders Day celebration, every year there's a giant barbecue, and before that starts, out on this lawn behind me, they invite every single town resident to come and be part of the town photo, and then we all go and have some hot dogs and hamburgers and barbecue. And somehow, this woman is right smack dab in the middle of the town photo, holding my dog, Copley. And she's very proud of it.
That's right.
She lets everybody know it to this day.
That's right. The only redhead in the whole scene there.
There you go.
Very easy to find me.
This has made me miss it here so much. I really wish I could just move back super easy. I had a great time in my life living here. Me and Copley, it was the two of us hanging out, going everywhere together. It doesn't hurt that it's only a 10-minute drive to Walt Disney World. So you hop on World Drive at one end at your house and arrive at the other end in the Magic Kingdom, which is a really fun perk. But you know, it's so easy to get here if you're visiting Walt Disney World that you should take an afternoon and come on by. Go and try some of the fantastic restaurants, walk around the lake, shop in the shops. It is such a cute little Disney town. I really loved living here, and I think you'll enjoy visiting even more. So thank you as always for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And if you live here, let me know if you like it as much as I did. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video because it really helps, and I appreciate you watching so much. So until next time, bye. Scrambling to pick up their leaves.
Sorry.
My parents are misbehaving in the background. Start again. You can't take the oldies anywhere. I mean, what do you do with them these days?
The goodies.